Which of these is a fish and which of these is not a widescreen? Which was the second city to? What type of foodstuff is? Which of these 60s hitmakers was born in the US? Which of these is a cookbook by? Which of these birds nests on the ground? Which of these is a book published by Michelle Obama? Which of these is the largest? In the USA, which of these would take place in the fall? Which of these films won the? Which of these is not a type of cloud? Which of these words basically? Which of these musical What was Johnny Wilkinson? Albumin is the sound. The diet of a megahertz. How would you describe a lily? Which actor plays Big? Which of these is a piece of? Which of these is a? Which of these is one of Beethoven's most? Nelson lost his right arm after. Which of these is a contributory factor to? George Frederick Handel was renowned as. What is the name of? Which of these was a famous Spanish soprano? Which of these is not the name of a UK? The retina is part of which of these? What term describes? Which big? The phrase magnum opus comes from what ancient language? Octopus blood is a shade of what color? Which jazz singer was born Eleonora Fagan in 1950? In American slang, a coffee is known as a cup of what? Who was assassinated in Los Angeles in 1960? What is the official tree of the US state of California? What is the Whose piano sonata number 8 feet is called the Pathetic? Springer, Brittany and Field are breeds of which dog? What is the most common way of saying thank you in French? The Tunisian sheisha is a type of what clothing item? The Tunisian sheisha is used to make perfumes. Orris root comes from what flower? Traditionally there is no play at Wimbledon on what day? What color is the flesh of a kiwi fruit? The second volume of which novel is known as Good Wives? A Perfect Contradiction was a hit album for which singer? Where do puffins make their nests? Where do puffins? Microbreweries are most associated with what drink? The Midgard serpent is a creature in what mythology? Of whom did Muhammad Ali say he was the greatest? In poetry, what word means a two-line verse? In which country is the musical Les Miserables set? The main circuit board of a computer is called what? The main train station in Venice is named after which saint? What is the name of the governess in The Sound of Music? The Great Depression began at the end of which decade? What form of verse has the rhyme scheme A B B A? What form of What was the nickname of Mexican boxer Juan Lascano? Chronomentrophobia is the irrational fear of what devices?